For years, everyone assumed Osama bin Laden would live out his days, or die, in the rugged mountains along the Afghan border. For all intents and purposes, he was killed in the suburbs, less than 40 miles from where the president of Pakistan lives. There are no rocky caves near bin Laden's compound in Abbottabad, but there are golf courses in the Pakistan Military Academy, and his house was 8 times bigger than any home in the neighborhood.
Here is bin Laden, who has been calling for these attacks, living in this $1 million plus compound, living in an area that is far removed from the front.
The 3-story building was built about 6 years ago. A bin Laden protege and his brother lived on the first floor of the main building in another house in the compound. But bin Laden's family occupied the top 2 floors of the main building. Unlike other neighbors who took their trash out, these people burned theirs inside the compound. And if 2 main gates weren't enough to discourage visitors, opaque windows shielded the inside. And there was an 18-foot outer wall topped with barbed wire. It stood out. And a U.S. intelligence official says, given how bad al-Qaeda's finances are, they would only spend this kind of money for one of their top 2 commanders. So in effect, bin Laden was the engineer of his own destruction. The end began with 4 U.S. military helicopters and 24 commandos arriving overhead. When some of the Navy SEALs landed on the ground, the assault teams stormed the compound.
They're going room to room, very methodical, engaging targets and, completing the mission. But it's a really intense, personal, up close and personal type of operation.
But high above, multiple American planes and drones were in the air, ready to help the team if needed. CIA Director Leon Panetta was quarterbacking the mission in secure radio contact with the assault team commander. But back at the White House, the president's national security team was anxiously watching video from the site.
The minutes passed like days, and the president was very concerned about the security of our personnel.
This ABC News video shows the aftermath inside the compound. 1 woman died in the firefight. The SEALs shot and killed the 2 brothers and bin Laden's son. And with a shot to the chest and 1 to the head, the SEALs killed Osama bin Laden. They identified his body and took it with them as they left the compound.
There was a tremendous sigh of relief that what we believed and who we believed was in that compound actually was in that compound and was found.
But there was one final decision. One of the U.S. helicopters was in trouble and had to land. The team made the call to destroy it there on the ground and hustled the women and children away before blowing up the aircraft. It took 40